Good evening, friends. Today, again, we are going to talk about Vision India 2040, quality education for all, and 96% plus minus 4% employment generation in all over India. How could it be possible? So, in my previous sessions, videos, motivational speeches, already I have spoken about the formula, how it can be done. In 1950s, as I explained earlier, that in one state in southern India adopted the education policy of having three language formula: regional language, Hindi and English. And after 20 25 years, when the students graduated, became postgraduates, they joined central government PSUs, premier institutions, organizations, and this spread in all over the world. Today also, especially in North India, when we talk about English teacher, the people will say, yes, you hire the teachers from so and so state, be it defense officer, IAS, IPS, CEOs, nursing officers, teachers, English medium and English teachers are highly demanded from that particular state, and the people are in demand. The result was that the state became the most educated and developed state in India. You go anywhere in the world, you will find people from 3 4 states. Whenever we talk about motels, you will find people from Eastern India. Whenever you find teachers, doctors, nurses, you will find from one of the most developed state in southern India. When we go for restaurants and other hard, heavy works, we will find the people from northwestern frontier state. So, what is the basic purpose of this video today? I was discussing with the topmost leaders of one of the major organizations in India, and I explained to them how one organization in India developed education in such a way that they have approximately 40 international schools in abroad, and India in every metro city, big cities, they have schools. And people, those who want to have quality education, they struggle to get admission there. The people who want to run schools, they pay huge amount for taking franchisee of those schools. when we see in India, the education system in some of the states are exemplary. One of the state, other state in India, in southern India, up to master degree, the government, state government has made the education free. But their strength is what? Their strength is knowledge of all subjects, whether it is in regional language or in English, plus knowledge of English, communication skill in English, computers knowledge, soft skills, and the skill to crack interviews for higher education, for lucrative jobs, whether in India or abroad. So, how can we develop the basic education system in India? 67% of the population of India resides in rural areas, especially in North Indian states, some of the North Indian states, major states, where you will have the total population, 40% of the population of India resides in those states. What is the condition of those states' education system? Let us take Panchayat again. I am telling that 30% of the population resides in urban areas, maybe semi-urban, urban cities, metros, towns, where majority of the public schools, good schools you will find there. Second tier, third tier schools, the topmost schools we know ICSE or international boards. In the second, we can say CBSE, and the third, English medium schools authorized by the district education department, a combination of English and the regional language. So when we see approximately 30% of population is all right, because they are getting good education, opportunity of having good education, quality education, by virtue of their stay in the cities or nearby cities. Even the people who are residing in slum areas, in urban areas, if they are careful, they have opportunity to get their children admitted in the public schools as per the government policy that says that 25% of the seats in public schools, whether it is run by government or private sectors, are to be reserved up to class 8th under the right to education. And once the students have studied up to 8th class, 9, 10, 11, 12th will be all right. If they know English, if they know how to read, comprehend, write, the subject knowledge they have, automatically they will grow and they will go for higher education. Once again, I'll tell you one of the example of one village. Rather, I'll tell you about two villages. One is pure village, other one is, you can say, semi-urban. It is near the town. In the first case, the village, before 30 years, they developed one school of 2 rooms. One teacher was provided by the government, and basic primary education was strong, although it was in regional language, that is Hindi. Up to class 5th, students studied there, and within 5 kilometers of radius, there are two towns. Students went there in good schools, government school, but good schools, or some of them got admission in the public schools, private public schools, and the education system is improved. Today, the students of that particular village are not only in India, some of them are abroad also. The education has played a vital role, and it is astonishing. You will be astonished to know that the entire village, approximately 35 to 40 families are there from same caste, and they belong to downtrodden community. Vision of one person changed the fate of entire village. The second example is that before 30 years, one of the villages in Bihar, approximately 1500 families having traditional occupation, mediocre families, one student could crack IIT. He got admission, completed his BTech, got very good job, came to his village in holidays, started one coaching center, one library, digital library, and online offline both, that is hybrid. The students of that particular kasbah, you can say semi urban, the students from class 6, class 1, they got inspired and they started preparing for engineering, medical, free of cost. In my village, I used to run night classes free of cost for all the students of my village. The person who cracked IIT got job. He started teaching the students of that particular village in that library through online, since morning till evening on holidays, and before going to school and after coming from school up to 8 o'clock. From 8 o'clock morning till night 8 o'clock, they started studying. For the last few years, maybe 10 years, more than 10 years, for the last 10 years or more, approximately 20 to 25 students every year crack IIT from that particular place. That is one example. So, if the quality education, with the help of the coordination and cooperation of the semi urban, slum area, and villages are put together, the quality education can be ensured from class 6 to 12th. Whatever the education system is in the state, depends upon the state board. Up to 5th class, the students, whatever they learn. But from class 6th, if the syllabus of CBSE is followed, NCERT books are followed, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th, 6, 7, 8 basic concepts building, 9, 10 advanced concept building, 11, 12th career building. If this is done, not a single student in India will be unemployed. And whatever the struggle is being done by so many organizations, parties, whatever it is, are not at all required except educational movement up to class 12th. Although the states which have capacity to fund education up to master degree or graduation even, they can go for free education up to that. But up to 12th, I think almost all the states have free education system. From class 6 to 12, if one CBSE pattern 10+2 school is established in each panchayat in India, where we have approximately 2.62 lakhs panchayats in India, 6 lakhs plus villages, then the fate of the nation will be something else. In each panchayat, anywhere in India, if you go in any state, you will find so many primary schools, more than one middle schools, somewhere you will find high schools also. But it is evident that each block, Prakhand we call, at least one 10+2 schools they have. So in place of having 5-6 schools in one panchayat, in the center place where government land is available, the infrastructure can be developed by the government and on the basis of PPP formula, public-private partnership, the teachers should be appointed and they should not be directly paid by the government. That has so many problems that we see day-to-day life. With the help of the people of that village, who will be responsible to establish one trust or society, it is better to establish trust, who will be responsible to manage the school as the private schools are run. And the teachers are to be paid through that trust. Government funding and everything should be given to that trust. But again, care should be taken that the trust or the NGO has fair election system, a fixed tenure 3 years, 4 years of the president and all the executives, and then they should be changed. This will give a quality management, administration and academic strengthening. Completely, if it is completely under the government and the teachers are appointed by the government, then whatever the result we are having in the villages, that will continue to have. Take example of Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodaya Vidyalayas. The teachers are appointed from other states, centralized. They do not have opportunity to do politics. They cannot enforce their influences. Hence, they are compelled to give good education, quality education. This can be done. As in the case of Finland, the government treats education system as if it is parallel to defense. Defense is going to safeguard the boundary of the nation. The schools are going to build and safeguard the brain of the nation, future of the nation. The people who are going to guard the borders, the administrators, legislators, judges, advocates, all the officers, executives, these education institutions are going to produce. So, if the defense is responsible to safeguard the nation, the schools are responsible to build the nation. Hence, the education should be treated just like defense forces. And one more advice I would like to give, that in all the panchayats, the principals and vice principals and head of the departments of each subject, if it is, should be from the ex-serviceman quota. We need to have approximately 10% people from ex-servicemen, those who are educated, retired. They should be given chance to become principal. They should be appointed directly. Within 15 years, the education system of India will become like Finland, which is the best education system in the world. And we need not struggle much. We need to strengthen the education system from class 6 to 12, that's all. CBSE pattern, affiliated to CBSE, English medium, STEM formula. In some of the schools, you will find the best international or CBSE schools, they do not keep arts. It is in the colleges, it's all right. But up to 12th, they teach science and commerce. That is also now, as per new education policy, anybody can take any subject as per his or her choice. This is also a good thing. So this is one area, if it is given or taken care of, the education system of India will become as we have in Finland, USA, Germany, or any advanced or developed nation. Within next 10 to 12 years, by 2040, India could be a developed nation if we are able to implement or request the government, or whatever the government has given as per the new policy, education policy, if it is implemented by all the states and all the state boards are converted into CBSE and quality education system is implemented through a hybrid of teachers from maybe 30% from the state, 10 to 12%, 15% or 20% even from the defense forces, and remaining from other states, but should not be the neighboring state. At least 24 hours distance should be by train, so that they cannot have the political or economical influence some people apply and they do not give serious time towards education system, they do not perform their duties. If it is implemented within 12 to 15 years or by 2040, India could become one of the developed nations in the world. So this is what I wanted to tell about education system from class 6 to 12th, having CBSE schools up to class 12th in each panchayat in all over India, and the teachers, 10 to 15% teachers, especially in the admin post, vice principals, principals, HODs, are taken from the defense forces, either from ex-serviceman quota or from the deportation. But not more than 30% should be from the particular state, especially in the teaching from class 6 to 12th. In higher education or in primary section, 100% teachers could be from that state, but not from 6 to 12. That is the spine of the education system. If that is taken seriously and the formula is implemented, building career with the help of the capability, that is career into capability, purpose, process, product, and P5 formula, what I have explained in other videos. If these all are combined together and put serious effort on implementing those things, once again I am telling, India could be a developed nation by 2040. That is the reason I have given this program's name, awareness program's name, Vision India 2040, quality education for all, and 96 plus minus 4% employment generation in India. Thank you so much. I am Lal Mohan Rajak, author का motivational speaker. Thank you.